Hey guys! What the hell is this?
It's a PSA. Emphasis on the P. I don't know why. Because it's public.
VSA.
I guess it's emphasis on the A. Emphasis on the announcement part. Anyway.
Hi.
Hi.
We're here just to tell you guys some stuff.
Some stuff.
Yeah.
Also, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy to see you guys again.
Yeah.
I know you've been seeing old videos of us from Heartstopper.
Yeah.
That's all you've been getting right now.
So we're just going to update you on a few things. Actually, first thing I want to update you guys on is my health, because I know I said something about that. I'm doing much better. Everything's cool. You guys didn't know what was going on. Apparently it's been going on for a minute, but I don't know that it's physically, visually showing, but I swear I'm much better right now. So thank you for all of your well wishes. I appreciate it. We're good now. We're gonna move on.
And I'm great. If anyone wanted to know.
If anybody wanted to know.
I'm fine. My job does this thing, but like that's it.
Yeah.
So I guess first we can talk about what's going on Patreon.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about what's going on YouTube. So we wanted to let you guys know what we have on there.
What we have on there. Also, we also made this announcement on community, but this is partially for people who don't really look at the community tab. We know we're really behind between my health stuff, the holidays, also technical problems that we were having. We literally couldn't watch all the things that were being put out. But it's all coming out. We're watching them now. It'll go out as soon as we can get it to go out, especially for YouTube. You know, you guys got to wait just a little bit. But it's going on Patreon now.
Yeah.
And that moves us into what else is on Patreon.
What else is on Patreon?
So
if you're new here
yeah.
and you haven't heard our spiel, we have our Patreon. Our $1 tier is for all first episodes.
Every first episode.
And we've also started putting older shows that we've watched on there. We haven't been that great at doing it, but that's because of the stuff that's been going on.
Yeah,
so we'll get better at it.
Mm-hmm. Also, on that note, when we say first episodes, we of course mean first episodes for the shows that we continue and we're watching and everything, but we also have first episodes of shows that we were just introduced to. The first thing Thursday,
which we call our First Day Thursdays.
Random shows, random episodes that sometimes make their way on here. Usually if they're on here, we try to have it be something that we're continuing, but not always. So if you have like a favorite show or something, you should look on there. We have a crazy wide variety.
Yeah, we're going to try to make like collections so that things are more organized. And for YouTube, I thought about putting like First Day Thursday in the title. So if you know.
I know that.
I'm like, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But not all first episodes mean that we're going to continue the show. And I think that's the main takeaway about the First Day Thursdays.
Yep. For example, though, some of them do continue and we don't know while we're watching that they are. So we can't say, hey, just so you know, go on Patreon where you can watch more. And sometimes we don't even know by the time we put them on YouTube. So for example, Sherlock. People really liked Sherlock.
We really liked Sherlock.
We have continued watching it and we are 2 seasons in. Now that doesn't really mean much because that's like Sherlock, 6 episodes.
Yeah.
But they're on Patreon and we're going to continue to put them on Patreon. So if you liked the first episode and you want to watch more of it with us, that's on there.
Yeah. And sometimes if you continue watching, that doesn't mean it's going to make its way to YouTube. It's more likely to, but it's not always a guarantee.
Yeah.
Second tier. So first tier is $1. Second tier is our
$5 tier.
$5 tier. I was trying to think of the name. What is it?
First one is Neighbor. That's our $1 tier. Second one is Friend.
Friend. That's our $5 tier. That is for the rest of the episodes of the shows that we watch.
Every single TV show. We don't have one that's more than $5. I know some people do more than that and whatever. Every TV show is $5. Yes. So if you can happen to give $5, just throw it in there, and you can get all of the TV episodes that we've done, including the First Day Thursdays, but then also like anything that we continue. That includes shows like Teen Wolf, obviously Sherlock, which you just talked about.
All of our Marvel shows.
All of our Marvel shows.
iCarly.
What else?
I'm looking on here. Bridgerton, which is one that we swear.
We had some technical issues with that.
Bridgerton, but we started watching right as
that's going to go on there. We got
The Boys
season 3 specifically because that's where we started. Yes. We had already watched the other two.
Invincible's
on there. Anything that's on YouTube is definitely on Patreon. But then we have shows that are Patreon exclusive, like Sense8. Sense8, we watched all of season 1, and we're eventually going to watch season 2. And all of that, the entire season, is just on Patreon.
Yeah. Cloak and Dagger,
all on Patreon.
Game of Thrones,
all on Patreon. We are going to eventually put some of those episodes on YouTube.
Yes,
we haven't had the time.
Every single one of them.
Yeah, we haven't had the time to edit or figure out exactly how we're doing it because we don't want to fully do it the way we did Teen Wolf. We want to put more out. But we also know we have too much on our plate to edit all of them. So we'll figure it out. But they're coming to YouTube.
Yeah. Atlanta is also another one.
Yes. Atlanta.
I think there are more, but I'm not.
There might be more. There might not. We're always kind of
You can also go to, you can see our Patreon. You can see it, what we've watched.
Yeah.
You just won't be able to, click on the link if you don't pay.
And if you just kind of, want to know what's going on, Patreon does this new thing where you can be a member for free.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so, any announcements that we make, you can't necessarily look specifically at, the paid content, but you can go on there and see what's going on.
Yeah. And then we have our $10 tier. Called Bestie.
That tends to be people's favorite one.
Yeah, that is where all of our movies go. Yes. So movies and everything underneath, you get all of that, $10. That's pretty much that's it. We have Twilight.
All the Twilights.
Every
Spider-Man. Every single Spider-Man that's come out except for No Way Home and Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Those new ones. But every Spider-Man movie that's been released, we watched them. There was a big Spider-Man video. I don't know if you guys remember that from back in the day. That had it was 2 hours or close to it. That had a super cut of our reactions, but it did not have Tom Holland's. Tom Holland's are on Patreon.
Yeah.
Only Patreon. I don't have any plans on editing that for YouTube. Any Marvel movie.
Yeah, any Marvel movie that came out.
That came out on streaming, that we just didn't catch in theaters.
Coraline's
on there. Coraline got taken down. It's never coming back up because we got a strike. Not a claim, but a strike. So
they told us to shut that down.
Yes. We're never going to
put it back up. Any Monstober Halloween movies that we do, any holiday movies that we do,
just so you guys
they're all on there.
No, we usually put one, maybe two things out for the holiday, whether it be Christmas or Halloween. But then, for example, for Halloween, we did 4 or 5 movies for that whole thing. So I think for this year, we did obviously The Conjuring, which is on YouTube, and Twitches too, which is on YouTube. But then we also did
Smile,
and
Happy Death Day,
which gagged us, and Happy Death Day, and there was one more, Cloverfield.
Yeah. So, you said all of the X-Men.
All of the X-Men.
Not
just X2.
Not just X2. All of the X-Men are on there.
Blade 1 and 2. Obviously, Blade 1 is on here.
And then for the girls,
Blade 2 is probably going to be
we got A Cinderella Story, Enchanted. We have a variety. We
do animated. We do Turning
everything.
Red, which I've seen for the first time. You've seen that for the first time too, right? Yeah. Just so you know, we have a list where you can see like details about like what we saw, like a list of all the movies that we have. They link to the post, the actual post of the movie, and it tells you what our relationship with the movie was before we did it. So like, had I seen it before? Had she seen it before? Had neither of us seen it before? Did we go in knowing literally nothing about it and we're gagged?
And it literally links you to it.
Yeah.
So you can just go right there.
Where can you find that list? In our suggestion box, which is another thing. Don't forget we have a suggestion box. It's always open.
Always
go
open.
In there and suggest it.
We'll try to keep it like pinned somewhere.
Yeah, it's always in our description, but
yeah,
we look at it periodically. We looked at it just a couple of days ago when we were trying to figure out a movie to watch. So
yeah. And then we have our $20 tier, which
there's not a lot on there.
It's called family.
It's our family tier. There are some things on there. I think the biggest we had our Trashy Tuesdays. We don't really do that anymore, but that was where we just watch shows that we thought were trashy.
Trashy reality TV mostly.
Nothing but fun. I think we did Dance Moms, Bad Girls Club, Insatiable, maybe some other things. I think we watched a Pretty Little Liars episode as well before we even watched it ourselves.
And then we also had our Let's Talk About It.
Let's Talk About It. We're on there. And
because sometimes we watch shows on our own. Yeah. I know, surprising. And then we have opinions, and we want to talk to you guys about them. Yeah. So we just make videos of us just ranking characters and talking about things and doing all that. Yeah. And that's in $20.
We had games where I think we played Harry Potter Seen It.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe one or two other things, and those were on there. And then, I don't know if you guys remember the Hunger Games video that I put out, but I had read the book as well as watched the movie, and I put 10 minutes of the video that I made in the beginning of the reaction. That video was like 2 hours long. I made both a 2-hour version and a 30-minute version because I was like, I don't know who's actually going to want to watch 2 hours. But if you were interested in knowing more of what I had to say, I did cut a lot out. So I would say just the 30-minute version, personally. Like, if you want to just sit there and like read with me, go for it. But it was a lot of me scrolling and be like, what was I talking about? So it's on there for $20. I think that's everything.
Yeah, that's everything. I mean, thank you guys for being here.
Yeah.
Being our friends.
And we're just doing this because honestly, I've been feeling bad because I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, are you guys going to continue this show? And a lot of times there's not a good way or like the best way of being like, we did /are on Patreon. So if you're actually interested in that, it's right there for you.
There are a few shows that we know that we aren't. Mm-hmm. Like, I know people ask about Hill House. That's not going to continue. Sorry. That was a me decision.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I'm not surprised, but we didn't.
Oh, I said it earlier. Yeah, I was like, no, that's not happening. Sorry.
There's shows that we watch on our own. We love First Day Thursdays because we get introduced to shows that we probably like maybe we heard of, but we didn't like fully intend on watching, and then we're like, oh, this is actually interesting, and we just
Buffy.
Watch it on our own, like Buffy. We just finished that. It's a great time. We watched
that. If you guys want us to do let's talk about it.
About Buffy.
Let us know.
To talk about.
We have a lot to say.
And Buffy has been around for a while.
Also, our let's talk about is we make it like it has to be an hour. We only give ourselves an hour to talk. Yeah. Because
we would talk a lot longer.
We would talk forever.
So yeah, there's Buffy. We're watching Lost right now. We're literally just a couple episodes in.
Yeah. That one's exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a bunch that have gone on YouTube. We don't like have a full list. Like Abbott Elementary. We watched that for you guys, but we watched it on our own.
Yeah. There was one that I had literally Baby Daddy.
Baby Daddy.
Yeah, we watched the first episode of that and then binged it ourselves. That was a lot of fun.
American Horror Story will not be continued.
I'm going to still try to convince her. Don't be holding your breath, but I'm still trying.
Like, That's So Raven, because, we'd already...
Pretty Little Liars was another one that we watched. I think we knew when we started watching that we were going to...
Yeah.
that we weren't gonna finish it for you guys. Big Time Rush. Any
Big
kids show
Time
that we'd already
Rush.
watched, we knew we weren't watching it for you guys.
Oh, yeah, and there are a bunch of shows that are like coming out with season 2s later that we will be watching and will be putting on YouTube. Oh, yeah. On the YouTube side of it, here's what you guys can expect. Echo will be coming to you guys very soon. I have to be told you in the community tab. It'll be coming to YouTube before What If,
which
maybe
we're also watching
at the same time. It just depends on our scheduling. Invincible, we just got around to watching the Adam Eve special.
The one that came out in the summer.
The one that came out in the summer. So we will be watching it for you.
Coming to YouTube.
Coming to Patreon, coming to YouTube. We will be watching, what was it? Gen V.
Oh, I keep forgetting about Gen V.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about Gen V. We'll be watching Gen V for you guys. YouTube, you will be getting it.
Yeah.
The Last of Us, season 2, whenever it comes out.
Whenever that comes out.
You will be getting more of Bridgerton.
Yeah.
You will be getting more of Bridgerton, and as will you, Patreon.
Any season that's already on YouTube, we're going to continue it. Oh, iCarly. First of all, R.I.P. So sad it got canceled.
So sad it got canceled. Right at the good part.
Right at the good part. I would love to put the rest of season 2 and all of season 3 on YouTube. So that is still my plan. But especially because it got canceled, it is not my priority. And I can just be very honest about that. So I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know what, I don't know anything. I did not forget about it. I have never forgotten about it. I'm sorry. I know you guys, you love iCarly. That's also all on Patreon. Yeah. Eventually it'll come, but yeah, I don't know when. In terms of movies,
we never
try
know.
To put Catching Fire out. That's the best I can. That's all I know for sure.
Yeah, but like Ishara said, any show that already has or probably has one season out
on
YouTube, we will be posting the rest of it. We're not just gonna stop posting.
Every Marvel show that's out on streaming that comes out, we will watch it with you guys. That's never
unless we explicitly say that we are not. You can expect that we will be watching it for you guys.
Which, mind you, y'all weren't asking.
No, nobody's asking.
This isn't like a fussing. No. Like that one time on, what was it? Werewolf by Night? Where, so many people were like, are you guys going to watch Werewolf by Night? Yes. Like, obviously we're going to watch Werewolf by Night. It's not like that. I don't think I've seen a single person ask, where it is. But just to clarify.
Just to clarify.
Make sure you guys know, if you don't.
Yeah, it's mostly the first day Thursdays that people, and we get it, because, it's like,
how you do the one episode.
You do one episode and that's
it. Continuing.
It's a thing.
That's the point.
That's the point.
So sorry.
We should all. Yeah, we have we even have a category, a thing that says First Day Thursdays.
And in the playlist, it says it. It's more like a treat if it continues. It's like, oh,
wow,
awesome!
You guys kept watching this.
Yeah. Just so you know, on the Teen Wolf front, we are on season 5. Deep in season 5.
We have our next show.
Yes.
Prepared.
Yes.
Up and ready.
Yes. We know what it's going to be. We're excited for it.
Yeah.
It's in the same genre and the same vibe, and we think it's going to be fun.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited, as well as a little nervous.
Now, what happens after that? I don't know, but we have time. Because how long to do Teen Wolf? We're not even done.
It's 2 years. It'll be 2 years, I think. We did it in 2022, and we started in March. So I think we're going to finish close to around the same time.
Wow.
And then we're going to do the movie. I haven't seen anything about it except not great stuff, but I'm excited.
All right.
Okay.
So thank you guys. Shout out to our patrons. We're not going to have you going up the screen, but shout out to you guys. You know who you are. I mean, we can.
Well, I don't know what's going on the screen.
I don't know what's happening on the screen either. You guys will see it.
Are there patrons going up the
Future
screen?
us will decide. And shout out to all of you guys on YouTube too. You guys definitely get a shout out.
Yeah, we never forget about you.
We love you guys. We don't forget. It's just editing videos is a lot.
Patreon gets a lot more, unfortunately.
It's very easy. We record and then post.
And then it goes.
That's it.
And that's it. So that's why they get more. Also, they're paying for it, so you gotta give them a little bit more. They're literally paying for the content, but we love all of y'all the same.
We sound like parents.
Yeah.
We love all of our children the same.
We love all of our kids the same.
But we really mean it. We do.
We do.
Or the Gen Z.
No.
Heart. I'll do.
Huh. I didn't even see it. And I was like, I know that looks deranged. Goodness.
All right. We're going to go.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh. Oh, shit.